Yes, Peter. Nice to be here. I'm sure I need no introduction. I'm really representing JP Foods as General Manager for JP Foods. It's a division of Jamaica Producers Group, and the main thrust of that business is food processing, agro-processing to be specific. Among our products are sauces and canned Ackees and callaloo. Of course, Ackees in that bunch should be the most popular of the set. We recognize Good as brand from Jamaica as one of the reputable brands here in Toronto, and it's out of that respect that I'm really here to meet with you on behalf of Jamaica producers. I know that you do have a keen interest in Ackees, as we do. I can tell you that we are heavily involved in that as cultivators of the product and also as canners of it. In cultivation, while we're not a large player in it as we are in bananas, we have more than 200 acres of Ackees, cultivated there. And I can tell you this, that Jamaica could easily be considered the home of Ackees. While it's not the only country that it is grown, it as a fruit that is consumed, it's most popular among Jamaicans. It was introduced to the island some time ago in the 18th century, in 1793 to be exact, by Captain William Bligh, who brought samples there and planted it. And it has met the acceptance of the natives from their ends. It's now popularly considered a national fruit. It's a part of the national dish, which includes codfish, dry cod, also popularly known among other ethnic groups here in Toronto as bacala. I'm sure with some trial and so on, it could also pass as a fairly popular dish too, in those among the Italians and Greek communities. Certainly Jamaicans can show them how to prepare the meal. But it's a very simple dish to put together. It's about cooking the Ackees, maintaining its firmness, and soaking and then boiling the cod, and then simply mixing it in oil, in vegetable oil. It's popularly used as a breakfast, of course, but can also be a very popular entry. So there's strong business prospect for Ackees. I must say to you that Ackees has had its trying time. There was some time in the past when the fruit was considered to be poisonous. That's no longer a view. Obviously, it was in those times misused. We have discovered that Ackee is as safe as any other fruit, but when reflection is made as to what caused the reputation of it being an unfit fruit for consumption, it was clearly determined that the product was used well ahead of its being ripe. We have now learned that Ackees require a process of preparation, which involves it being sun-ripe and having a naturally open pod so as to release an element of the fruit which is called amino acid. As long as that acid is released from the fruit, it is as safe as mangoes. So there is really no need for any fear. And I must also point out to you that it's been discovered that the people who suffer from any kind of harmful effect from consuming the fruit without it being properly ripe are people who are found to have other problems such as malnutrition or inadequate vitamin levels. So properly prepared Ackee is absolutely no problem at all. Obviously, in order to make a top quality product, it requires good quality control, and in getting Ackees to be properly canned and suitably delivered, it requires that one, the quality control process starts from you being able to identify ripened fruit, properly prepared, through sterilization. Of course, that will require some elevated temperatures to do that. it must also be cooked. So the sterilizing would come both from the increased temperature and also to provide cooking for it. Good quality ackee would have a consistent firmness. You know, soft and messy ackees will not make a good product. And we have come to know Good as Food to have that quality. You know, certainly in the market, you know, there are other products that you stand, you know, favorably among. You know, our own Jamaica Best and Grace Kennedy, I can also commend as a good brand. And Montego is also noted to be that. So you're among very good company, you know, in that regard. I don't know if there's any question. I'll be more than happy to answer.